Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. So check it out. I have here the last two of the four Land Rover DLC cars. This one is the Land Rover Discovery, which I got in the Junkyard. And this one is the Land Rover Defender, which I bought at an auction, and it was a normal car auction, which is why it looks as good as it does. I'm going to do that one today. This one we'll do separately. It's going to be taken completely apart, and see, it's actually like in really good shape. 90%, 85, 88. It's not in bad shape at all. I mean, it would be easy to just brighten it up and sell it and make a profit, but I will of course take it completely apart and completely rebuild it. Before I get started on this, I want to show you guys something real quick. So this is the Lotus Esprit number 1. I think it's Lotus Esprit 1, S1, yeah. So the Lotus DLC has two cars in it. I have found like 4 of these. I have one junker in parking, which I will do a video on. I wanted to just do one and see. It's essentially the same as the previous DLC, except they've added, you know, the fluids and the fuse box and stuff that wasn't in the previous DLC version. And it's not super exciting of a car, really. I think it's 102 grand. I think that's more than it sold for in the previous game. And then this is a new car that they added, the Bolt Cargo, and it's essentially like a old school GMC, you know, van. The paint scheme is a livery. It's vaguely reminiscent of the A-Team. I don't know. I know that there's like vehicle add-ons. Maybe they don't really have a spoiler that's like the one that the A-Team van had. So yeah, I didn't really feel like messing with it. So, but I I changed the wheels on this car. It had like generic rims. I put these on it. I also did a full performance build on the engine and everything, the exhaust, and which is ridiculous. I even put race tires on it, and I mean, it's not a huge improvement, but it sure looks cooler anyway. And I wanted to try one of these out for a while, but I had never found one in the junkyard. And so I picked up this one for like, yeah, almost $8,000, and sell it for about $80,000. That strikes me as a pretty good deal. Get rid of this car. Okay, so now get going on this one. So far of the 4 Land Rovers, of the 2 I've done, the Range Rover one I thought was the best one, and the Evoque I thought was pretty disappointing. We'll see where this one comes in. Okay, and so now it was purchased for $16,000, almost $17,000, and we're up 15, almost a little over 1,500 on it. It was in a negative number before. I forgot to show it, to point it out before, but whatever. That looks like it for body parts, yes. most of this stuff. Dang it. Most of this stuff, well, not most of it. These are trash. Trunk, hood, right door, rear bumper. Is there an ABS system? I don't see one. I also don't see a battery. Oh, there's the ABS right there. And there's the battery. Okay. Oops, I don't want to buy that here. Okay, let's slap this stuff in. Oh, yeah. I forgot to buy what I wanted to buy anyway. I keep jumping too far back out. Okay, that should be all the stuff in the engine compartment. Oh. Whoa, I guess I bought another one of them. I didn't need to. Yeah, it's super annoying that I did that. I always hate that. What do I have on me? Trunk, right side mirror, right side door, rear bumper. Okay, so we for sure need all the glass on the headlights. Okay, the front bumper, the left door, left fender. I think that's everything, but we'll find out. I always wonder if, like, the part dealership, they see a bunch of orders come in for parts for a car like this, and they think to themselves, yeah, somebody's building a Land Rover Discovery, you know. Okay, that's the frame. I don't want to be there. This is something I really like about 2021. It used to be, in 2018, if a car didn't have four wheels, you couldn't move it. So they've added this, so you can move a car around. This is the factory color? That's better looking, but it's not great. I'll go with it. Okay, let's see how much it's worth now. I'm curious. Huh. So our profit has jumped to 43 grand. So that's, yeah, cosmetically fixing it up is always a good thing. Of course, now we have the real work to do. this thing has the air suspension shocks. I bet it has them in the front too, like the other one did. Oh, there's no drive shaft. I was expecting a drive shaft there. This is another thing that's different from 2018. So many of the junkyard cars, usually, I mean, they always had their bushings, like in the cross members and stuff. I mean, they were all trash, but they were always all there. And in this game, they're often not all there. Yep, air shocks around all four corners. Okay, now we can get the hulk of the engine out. And let's dismount those tires, see if we can reuse any of those rims. One of them's red. We're probably not going to be able to use that one again. At least they're all four the same size. Yeah, 6%. That one is shot. Let's see what we got here. So everything that's red, I'm just going to get rid of now. Let's see. Let's narrow this down a bit. Brake pads and discs will all just go. So I need to buy one caliper, one cylinder, and 4 discs. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and buy the clutch parts. Let's see. So that suspension arm rear end requires 8 small bushings, 8 large bushings. And we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That front end, I think, has 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So let's go with 20 of these just in case. Okay, so what other stuff? Usually what I like to do is just buy everything that's red. I like to just go ahead and buy new stuff. I need to buy 2 of those rims anyway. And then hubs. Those hub bearings are not repairable, so just get rid of them. Wait, I bought that already. Did I? Yes, I did. Two of those at 19 inch. And where are we sitting now? The tires, the rest of this stuff should be, no, these are not repairable. And the tires, the tires of course are not repairable and will be replaced. I'm just going to make a note of the size. $255.60.19. Oh, I sure hope I got that right. $255.60.19. Yeah, I always second guess myself. Let's get this engine ripped apart. So it has one head and that's all. And there were only 4 pistons in it. Didn't realize that as I was taking them out. And something I always forget to buy ahead of time. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so let's see what we can repair. So there's 5 pages of stuff. Just, if you will, bear with me as I plow through this stuff. Okay, I think I got everything. I didn't break anything that time. Yeah, okay, so I know that there's parts that I don't have. We'll just have to plow along through it and see what happens. And that is a weird place for the oil filter. Oh, this is a V6. I just now realized that. Honest to God, I thought it was a V8. So I bought too many caps. this is going to be one of those cars where we essentially are building a new engine, because I'm not going to use the head that was on it, because there'll be performance heads for it. Reuse the block and the crankshaft, and that's all. There wasn't anything else. Did I mark that? Probably. Quite like this finish on the block, though. It's a really nice... most of the other stuff doesn't look that way. Interesting that you don't bolt the head down either. Oop, didn't buy spark plugs. Camshaft D and B. Why do I think that there's just going to be a camshaft A and C as well? Really? They don't have that? Well, there are an A and C turbo. No exhaust manifold, though. That's disappointing. Those aren't spark plugs at all, they're glow plugs. Holy crap. That is the first time I've ever seen that in a car, in an engine in this game. That means this is a diesel engine. Unless I'm just totally insane, which is possible. There's 6 of them, that means there's going to be 12 total. So it's a twin turbo. back here? Yeah, there does. These great big ports and vents, there must be something that goes over top of this. There's a roller that goes there, I bet. Probably roller A. And then a cover, yep. Odd that you don't have to, like, bolt it on, though. Presumably there's a cover for the front. I feel like, I thought I saw something popping up here. I wonder if there'll be a cover over it. Maybe not. I don't see anything else. It looks like it's all set. Pretty sure I don't have the springs and stuff. No, it's the air ride suspension. It doesn't have the spring caps and stuff. have sworn I bought brake pads. Clearly not, though. Okay, move up here. That was something I meant to do. Starter V8, okay, good. At least I bought one of those. You know, I didn't think I had one of those. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, missing that piece. Oh, that just slots in. Okay, so now it's time to go paint some stuff. I've started doing this more or less routinely. I just wish there was a way to queue up multiple parts for painting. Yeah, I started painting shock absorbers and they look really good. want to get rid of that head that's floating around, though. One more, no, well, actually, like 5 more things. I do this, but I wish that it would just paint this part. I wish it would leave the rest of it black, and like not paint the label. The label says "Made in Poland." I just noticed that. I mean, I wish it would just paint those pieces. You know, the metal pieces, and leave the black part black. But I still like this. How about you? Can we paint you? No. I was afraid of that. The Nissan rims that come on the basic 1970 Fairlady Z, you can't paint them either. And this apparently is one that you can't paint, which stinks. I think it would look good in chrome. If it would at least give you like a chrome highlight to it, I think it would look pretty sharp. But it's not going to work. The rims for the 370Z you can paint, but it only paints like the tips. The rest of the rim is black, but the tips near the edge of the rim, the spokes are bare metal, and when you can paint it, those come out chrome, and it looks really good. I was hoping this would do the same thing. Yeah, I really like how that looks. I'm pretty much doing this routinely now. I may have to take some cars out of my storage that I have put in my collection and do this with the stored cars. Okay, that should about do it. 99%. What's missing? Oh, the starter. I knew there was an engine cover. Jeez. Get all the fluids done. I hate that you can't move the camera around. Okay, that should do it. Yeah. 100% across the board. Perfect. Just get all the wheels pointed in the same direction. I keep aligning the headlights even though it seems like there's really no point to it. I mean, it doesn't change the value of the vehicle. I tried. But I've just got to have everything in the green. Looks pretty good. Kind of like a... It's kind of like a light gunmetal. 260 horsepower for 540 would be a 100% increase. So I'm gonna guess about 440. Tuning increase of 77%. That's not, I mean, that's really not too untoward for something like this. I have done cars where the increase was so massive that it was kind of frightening. Yeah, it looks good out here in the sunlight too. I just wish it would let me paint the rims. It annoys me. It annoys me whenever I encounter a set of rims that I can't paint. Okay, let's go and drive it. Okay. Oops. It's kind of an odd looking. It's kind of like narrow but long. Sort of. Is this a perspective thing or just me? I don't know. A fan of the engine sound in this game either. They always sound too snarly. Just barely got to 178, so I don't think this one had much more in the way of overhead left to it. If I built a car that sounded like this, though, it sounds like there's something meshing. It sounds like there's something that isn't meshing properly. It's not really a pleasant noise. Yeah, got to 177 there just before we came off the asphalt. So 178 I think is absolute max for this car. That's fine. Yeah, this is one that I wouldn't feel. This is one I would feel comfortable selling to a random, buyer. I mean, it has a lot more. It has more power than it did, but it's not so insanely powerful that some inexperienced driver would kill themselves in it. Okay, so the only thing left to do is to sell the thing, since I don't want to keep it. How much are you worth? $198,000. It's more than I would have expected, really. So paid call it $17,000. Profit of 181. Call it 182,000. So you could round that off easily to $200,000. So yeah, I'll be doing more of these just for profit. And that takes me to $27 million. I think I'm the richest garage owner that's ever lived. So that's going to wrap this one up. Next time we will do this thing. Yeah, this one is going to be like, this will be different because it's not in terrible shape, but it's going to need to be completely taken apart and gone through and fixed so that everything is 100%, because it's like 90, 85, 88, 90. Make it 100%, and it's worth 86 grand now. So once it's all cleaned up and upgraded, it'll be worth more than that, hopefully. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, do me a favor and leave a like on the video. It helps the channel out and helps me out a lot. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe too. Help us grow this thing a little bit. So on that note, bye for now.